Hello and welcome. So today we're going to work on developing the snake creeps through grass posture in Tai Chi, the Yang style. So we're just going to start by opening the hips. Just go ahead and follow along. So we're just doing some wide hip rotations, some circles, opening up the hip flexors. So now we're going to drop down, and I want you to keep your knees straight and just drop down as far as you feel comfortable. Doesn't have to be all the way to the ground, but just as far as you feel comfortable. When you get down there, just take a big deep breath. As you exhale, just relax. Allow the lower back just to sink down into the ground, and now bringing the hands to the floor if you can. If not, doesn't matter. If you're just at your knees, you can stay there. But if you can get your hands on the floor, just go ahead, continue to breathe as you exhale. Sink into that lower back. Feeling the muscles are separating from the spine and the lumbar region. And we're really using the knees to dictate how far we're dropping here. Okay, and then just slowly rolling back up. All the way up, stretch out. Open up again, release the lower back. Turning one way and the other. Opening to one side and the other. Okay, so now we're going to basically do the same thing with the knees straight, but now we're coming down forward as far as we can. Again, big deep breath once we get to the bottom. If you can, bring the hands to the floor. Take a big deep breath. Again, relax. So kind of the goal here is with those straight knees, we want to see how far the head can get towards the knees, how far the face can reach the knees. So obviously in a best case scenario, your face would be actually touching the knees. I'm not even close to that, but that's what we're kind of aiming for. Slightly bend the knees and roll back up. Very good. A little bit more hip rotation. And now we're just stretching down to one side, stretching to the other side, opening up the hamstrings, hip flexors, nice and gentle. Just go down as far as you feel. No, shouldn't be feeling like any knee pain or anything, and no joint pain. Just as far down as you feel comfortable. And now we're going into Mabu, settling down. Taking a big deep breath down the center line. Sinking deeper into Mabu. One more breath. And down. Very good. Okay. So now we're going to just, I'm going to show you the actual move that we're going to be working on today. This is snake creeps through grass. So the right hand is made into that little hook. Left hand sweeps across the body and then ends up pressing forward. So starting from single whip, down, stretching across the inside of the leg and ending up. Notice that little hook is kind of placed, it's aligned up against the back at the end. So that's what we're aiming for. And these are the different uses. From that posture we go into rooster, the golden rooster. in the 24 and the 108, or going from snake creeps down, we go into 7 stars. Very good. All right, so let's break it down. We're going to start breaking down each of the hands and each of the feet. Let's go ahead and just stretch out a little bit more. Again, we're just developing some thigh, some strength in the thigh muscles, opening up the hamstrings. So we're sinking down to one side. It doesn't matter which side, but notice that I have both of my heels are on the floor. It's almost as if I was doing a flying side kick. That's the look I'm going. I'm pretty much leaned forward here, so my hands are forward. And this is our first posture that we want to kind of work on. So if your feet, obviously your feet might not be touching the ground completely. The heels might not be touching the ground, and that's totally okay. Maybe the one toe is up, maybe the heel is up, and that's okay. But we want to eventually be able to get both heels firmly on the ground. And this could be over days, weeks, months of just practicing this. That's fine. And as we get into the position, we take a big deep breath, sink into there. And we're shifting back and forth, sinking back and forth. I'm starting to raise up a little bit. Still just allowing the weight of your torso just to sink down into the bent leg. And just sinking straight down. Let that weight just come straight down. And again. Making sure just those, again, we're aiming for the heels to be on the floor. Just opening up the lower back. I'm generally pretty stiff, so it took me quite a long time to get to this position. Okay, very good. So coming up with that, let's just rotate, work out the little kinks in the lower back, and stretching back, release the pressure there in the lower back. Coming straight forward again, bent the straight knees, same thing. Big deep breath, open up. Face is moving towards the knees. Very good. So now we're going back down again, except now our torso is turning towards that straight leg. Again, the heel is still down. I don't even think my heel is all the way down there. So it shows me what kind of stiffness I was at the time of doing it. So, but in the perfect world, we want to have both heels on the floor. But this is the idea that the trunk, the shoulders are pointing in the same direction as that straight leg. Now moving to the other side, sinking down into that bent knee, shoulders turned and pointing towards the direction of the leg. Again, the foot is kind of like if you were doing a flying kick, flying side kick. Hamstrings are nice and stretched. We're just kind of moving from side to side here. Again, big deep breaths. Don't hold your breath while you're down there. Let it go. I know this is pretty intense. Sink. Sink into the quad. You're doing great. Very good. Coming back up. It's kind of moving that energy around a bit. Hip rotations. And just stretching back, opening that lower back up. Okay, so now we're going to break down the individual hands. So with the right hand, we're making like a little hook. With the thumb, we're grabbing the fingers. And it's like a little bird beak or a hook. And the idea is that the hand is traveling over a ball. So when the hand is extended, it's like it's traveling over. If you imagine a ball under it, it's traveling over. We can extend out with the arm, extend it out, traveling over that ball. And then the whole arm is connected to the trunk. So here I'm showing you that how we start out, and then we end with the posture in the back. Now the other hand, I'm jumping kind of quick here. The other hand, we're coming straight down along the line of the inner thigh, and then pressing. So coming across, down, across the length of the inner thigh, tracing a line across, and then up. So across and up. Okay, so this is now both hands. So as the hand comes across, it's meeting the hook, it comes down. And then notice how the hook hand, as the other hand comes up, it lies against the side of the spine, flat on the back, with the hook pointed away. So just watch that hook hand as we do this. It turns and hooks up. Very good. So left hand comes across, down, tracing, and up. So from here, up. Very good. And notice how that hook hand is it's almost like it's connected to the trunk. It moves. We're not actually moving that hand, it's just moving along with the torso as the torso moves. Very good. So there's our single whip, coming across, down. So the whole body sinks down as you drop down. As you drop down, you sink into that posture. The whole body is sinking down vertically. So coming across, everything sinks right now. So sinking down, across, and then up. Pulling in that hook again. One more time, single whip. Over, we're shifting the weight into the right, and everything sinks at the same time. Cross, all the weight is in that right, and now we allow the weight to be released into 60-40, and then we go into 7 stars, single whip, 60-40 weight, everything drops down into the right, coming up, and going into the golden rooster. So this is the basic warm-up just to be doing in order to start to perfect this movement. Just to let you know that the snake does not have to be going all the way down. It doesn't have to be creeping too low, just enough. It can be some pretty high grass.